I think we're actually doing this now. Hey, everybody, it's Clarissa Burt. You are in the limelight. And today, as usual, I have another extraordinary woman entrepreneur. And it's actually in an area that you all know I absolutely love and adore because I have followed beauty and everything beauty for just about as long as I can remember. And so I'm extremely excited to talk to Sharon Hilditch, yes, who is somewhere in the northwest part of the UK. Right at this time with a gorgeous Christmas tree in the background there, blinking and twinkling for us all. So that's really, really pretty. So we're getting close to Christmas time. And what better time to be wanting to look our best? Am I correct when I say that, Sharon?
Yeah.
You started many years ago, back in 1995, you started Crystal Clear Skincare. And, but you knew from a very, very, very early age that you really loved everything skin, yes? So tell us a little bit about how that came about.
I've always loved anything regarding beauty, skincare, to improve your appearance. I think I'm a typical woman that I want to look the best that I can.
Yep.
I want to cheat as much as I can.
Yep.
I may not necessarily, I have nothing against surgery. However, it frightens me a little bit. So anything I develop, I'm always looking for the alternative or something that you could use at home and get similar style results, or something that even if you are into Botox and fillers and surgery, something that will keep the skin looking good. So I think I have a very creative brain. I come up with the weirdest and most wonderful ideas. And I often say, if I ever sell this business, then someone should employ me just to lock me in a laboratory and let me develop, because I'd be really happy.
And never let you come out.
I never let me come out.
Exactly. So one of the first things, if I'm not mistaken, and you can walk us through the process, because I'd love to know where you started. And I think it was with the Microdermabrasion. Okay.
Well,
so
25 years ago, we launched Crystal Clear. And at that time, I'd been working alongside a plastic surgeon here in London, actually. And we used to look after, or I used to look after a lot of his patients that had chemical peeling. And I remember thinking it was such, as much as a chemical peeling or dermabrasion worked, it was quite a traumatic procedure, and it was quite traumatic for the patient to go away and have that post-operative healing time. So my travels took me to Beverly Hills. I did some work with Dr. Obaji, who I must admit, I love him. He's brilliant. And we were looking at, my surgeons and I were looking at chemical peeling at that point, and blue peels. And as much as I really loved those techniques, there was still a downtime to clients, and they still had to go away and have a post-operative recovery time. So when I came back from that particular trip, I remember thinking, what can I find for my patients at the time that I could offer them? And I stand there and say, you're not going to have a risk of infection. You're not going to have any post-operative problems. Because I find you have to be very honest with people, and you have to tell them the gory truth. Yeah. So my travels had taken me on a trip to Italy, where I came across medical microdermabrasion. And I remember one of the doctors talking to me saying, "Oh, this is the best thing ever. It's going to overtake dermabrasion." Which, yes, it would. However, I remember thinking, but it still involved removing all of the outer layers of skin, and the patient still had that post-operative recovery time. So really, why not keep with the treatments that we already know? We know how to handle post-operative problems rather than start something new. However, what I really liked was how the crystals hit the skin at varying speeds to take off the dead skin cells. I thought to myself, if I could develop a machine, a skin system, whereby rather than treat the skin aggressively in one foul swoop to remove all the layers and have to recovery, why not do that gently week by week? Would we get the same result? So I worked with Liverpool University. We came up with a system of just a prototype at that stage, and we put it through clinical trials to see whether us working on the skin week by week to treat maybe acne scarring, damaged skin, just to resurface the skin, whether we'd get similar results, but without any of the issues. And we did. Our results were amazing. So I remember going, so I thought, right, okay, this is a perfect system to bridge the gap between the doctor's office and the salon. Because at that point, here in the UK, salons were not doing microdermabrasion, never been heard of here.
Right.
So I changed all of I adapted the machine to make it completely user-friendly, took down the speeds of the crystals, and wrote the protocols to train our therapists on how to effectively and safely treat the skin. So they didn't have clients wouldn't have a post-operative recovery time. I remember my first show here in the UK, and we'd put all my savings into this business.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, if people are going to like this system, am I going to sell any?
Right.
And I remember this first show, we didn't sell one machine. However, I had probably 90% of the distributors that were there coming over to me saying, we want to distribute this machine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I knew at that point we were onto a system that was a winner. And that's how we launched in the UK. I adapted that very first microdermabrasion system to respect the skin. And I think that's been the ethos of everything I've done along the way.
Right.
Everything we do here at Crystal Clear is about respecting the skin, so you don't have the potential of salon issues or treatment issues.
Right.
Even on our very light microdermabrasion, clients can leave our salons looking amazing. The skin grows. If they're going to have a deeper treatment for acne scarring, they'll still leave the salon looking fine. They won't have any of the post-treatment problems that you can have with traditional methods.
Right.
I think that's very much been everything I've developed, even our latest system, which is COMCIT, which stands for cryo-oxygen micro-channeling infusion therapy. And again, what I did with that system, please tell me if I'm talking too fast.
Not at all. No, you go. I'm lapping this up. This is my wheelhouse, girlfriend. You just go.
Our latest system, which again is a patented system, and came about me speaking to one of our engineers and saying, right, let's get some sellotape, some tape, and tape. At that time, we had oxygen systems, and I wanted to see if I put a Peltier in, which you use in a fridge, into the system, whether I could cool that oxygen coming through the concentrator and bring it through a tube, and on the end of that tube, we have a micro-channeling roller. So, you know, derma roller and microneedling has become very popular, but it's quite an aggressive treatment. Yeah. And again, because of my background, I'm always looking for something that, what else can we put into the skin where your clients go away looking fine? Yeah. So I wanted to freeze the skin with oxygen. I love oxygen. It has so many benefits, but it doesn't have really many benefits if you just spray it on the skin. It has to literally be forced into the skin. So we set about with our cryo-oxygen. We put a Peltier in our oxygen concentrator. We built a handset that housed a micro-channeling roller at the end. In the back of the handset, you've got a little product bottle which is plant stem cells, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, everything that the skin is lacking and needs. And at the same time, the tube from our oxygen machine is driving that cryo-oxygen through the handset. So when we make those micro-channels, the oxygen has nowhere else to go but to be fed in, and the product has nowhere else to go but to be fed in. So it's taken it, and it's become quite a celebrity favorite treatment now. Right. It's taken that treatment from the original oxygen on its own, cryo on its own, and micro-channeling on its own. It's brought a simultaneous action together so you can treat. We do H2O glow, and we do a lot of red carpet facials. And certainly, if I'm doing any celebs and they're going to a red carpet, you don't want to risk anything going wrong with their skin. Right. So people say H2O glow is perfect because it's the most intense method of hydrating the skin. The skin looks amazing after the treatment because suddenly it's plumped. Right. But also that same client may say, well, Sharon, I have some elasticity here, or I hate my neck, or I've got lines and wrinkles. We can work on deeper treatments. We can treat scarring, literally and smooth the scar. So it's a proper treatment, but also you can use it gently.
Right. Okay. So you've convinced me. Let's schedule an appointment. I'll be over. Can you schedule? Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. So okay.
From there, we've gone on to, I really want, because our treatments are so beneficial within our salons, I wanted to look at the consumer market and how I could offer treatments that worked for them at home. Because I have to, you're probably the same, Clarissa, and most of our viewers, we don't get time a lot of the time to invest in us.
No, we don't.
Else. We don't go to the salon appointment because we're rushing around the kids, or we've got work, or we've got an appointment. So I wanted to develop something that you could get proven results in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
So I launched our new wand, which is brilliant, because what the wand does, it's offering sonic vibration, and it's like a treatment. It's like a salon treatment.
So this is the chopstick facial.
It's gone crazy.
I haven't seen that yet here. I mean, something similar, but not the way I saw it on the, I think it was a YouTube video or something that I saw.
So the US, we have the chopstick. It was one of our celebrities that christened it the chopstick facial. She went live on a YouTube video, and then it was a chopstick facial. We couldn't really change it. So the guys, it is the wand. However, you can buy a single wand, or you could buy a duo.
Right.
I love the duo because literally you can do both sides at the same time.
Right.
What the wand does, I put it under clinical trials to prove the effectiveness, because of my heritage is very much treatment led. It's all about making sure our treatments work, aesthetic treatments. I wanted to make sure it worked. So we put it under clinical trials, and we had over an 8-week study. If you use the wand every day, twice a day, 45% increase in skin firmness after 8 weeks, 27% reduction in lines and wrinkles after 8 weeks. Right. Instant temporary effect. And how that happens is, we all apply our moisturizer in the morning. So I wanted something really quick that I know myself. I will not use something if it takes me 10 minutes because I haven't got the time and I'm lazy.
I don't either. I don't know many people that do, but okay.
Right. But we're all sold that. We'll look and go, oh yeah, I could do that. But when you get this product home, you think, I haven't got the time. So when I developed the wand, it was literally about producing something that could get product on the skin, vibrate the product into the skin. It's using solid technology. So effectively how it works, it sends messages to the nerve endings that attach to your muscles in the face. So you get that immediate jump. Yeah. You see it instantaneous. Perfect for lifting the jaw, cheekbone, around the eyes, upper brow bone, here. So that
I need one.
Also at the same time,
I love this.
Your moisturizer onto the skin. So you're getting a better penetration of your moisturizer, but you're lifting and firming the skin at the same time.
Right.
Now, that product literally works within 60 seconds, because when I developed it, I wanted to make sure that it was quick. I didn't want something where you have to look at the instructions and think, how do I use it? You have to just use it really quickly and get that result. So that was really important. So our wand is a way of you applying your moisturizer. You have to apply your moisturizer every day.
Right.
You know, how many of us go into department stores and we're looking for the perfect moisturizer, or we're sold the marketing story and we go, oh, it says on the box it'll firm. But when we get the product home, sometimes we're a little bit disappointed because we don't get that result right away. I want something that you're not going to get that result right away with the product, but you will if you're using something that stimulates the skin and massages the muscle and tells the muscle to contract. So it's proved. We launched, very recently, but it's gone crazy. Is
this everyday usage, or how often?
My philosophy behind the wand is to use it every day as a way of applying your moisturizer, because you have to apply your moisturizer anyway.
Right.
If you want to get firmer lifted skin and create the softer lines here, or take away puffiness, or you know the way we get this crepiness here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lifting the brow.
Oh yeah.
Neckline. I would use it every day. You don't have to. If you just use
it 5 to 10 minutes a day. 5 to 10 minutes a day.
No, 60 seconds.
That's it.
That's it.
Per area, though. Per area.
No, you literally 60 seconds, quick roll over the face, work on the muscle, work on the eye, it's finished. I always say to my clients, if you go home and you've got maybe some hood in here and you just want to get more lift, yes, you can do it for about a minute or two, but that's maximum. You certainly wouldn't want to be using it any more than that.
Crazy. So that's crazy.
I often think, and all the men out there will probably hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. A woman knows what other women want. We understand we have busy lifestyles.
Right.
We don't invest in ourselves.
Right.
We give everything to everyone else.
Yes.
Sometimes, so I can understand what most, I used to laugh. I've been making the tea and toast in the morning using mine, running around the house.
Right.
It's that easy. You don't have to sit in front of a mirror to look how you do it. I've made it so simple.
Wow.
And that's really everything we do at Crystal Clear is around trying to make your life. Not that all the guys out there can't use it, because it's brilliant for you as well. I felt very sensitive,
right.
But I'm just trying to explain how easy it is to use.
So, okay. And so now I know that you also have there's something about a Plaza lift treatment.
Yeah.
Now, does that involve needles or needling in some way, or is it?
Plasma is working on energy. So literally it's a more intense treatment. And it's definitely, we do have downtime with that treatment, most definitely, because literally you are creating energy in the skin to create a carbonization on the skin.
Okay.
So literally, you do go where you have to have a healing period. It takes about 7 to 10 days. I love the treatment; it's brilliant. But I'm very honest with all my clients.
Right.
You have to have 7 to 10.
So, what do you think about fillers, for example, or peels?
I love fillers and I love peels, and got nothing against those treatments. So, what I tend to say personally, I prefer microdermabrasion and other treatments rather than peeling.
Right.
To me, as a trained esthetician in the background as well, I like to have total control of anything I'm doing. I don't like any guesswork with any treatment, because you have to make sure you've respected the skin.
Yeah.
I don't want my clients to have to make use incorrect strength or not do it properly.
Right.
So I tend to be very much, nothing wrong with peels, great products, but I tend to prefer traditional microdermabrasion. You can see what's happening. And when I mean traditional microdermabrasion, along the years, there's been lots of different systems. From diamond tips, where it scrapes the skin.
I remember.
To hydrofacial. Hydrofacial is brilliant, but all of those treatments, it's not true microdermabrasion. True microdermabrasion is when you blast the skin with a crystal that's got very sharp points at the end.
Right.
And it literally takes off that dead skin cell and takes it away.
I used to live in Italy, by the way. I lived in Italy for 30 years. So
Italy.
So I do remember that. Yeah, they were rather rough and gruff with the microderm at the time, but back in the beginning. So I do remember that. But anyway, so masks. What masks? Tell me what you think is. I mean, do you use them in your practice of masks, and what kind of mask would you use?
We have all our treatments incorporate, your cleanser, toner, doing the treatment, and then we'll either use a hydration mask using lavender, moringa oil, avocado, or we'll use a wheat-based, cucumber-based mask, everything. We always make sure that our client's skin is very respected. So we make sure that it's hydrated before they leave the salon. We've just launched also 3 new products called Super Boosters, because Super Boosters are new customizable skincare is becoming quite big in the UK. Because now clients, one client, not everyone has the same skin concern or the same issue or what they want to treat. So I wanted to be able to produce a really highly concentrated active. And so I'll just rub our active literally fluid, and it's a dropper, and you place 2 or 3 drops into your moisturizer. So if you're worried about pigmentation, maybe, then we use a really stabilized vitamin C. We use other ingredients that are really active on the skin. And the reason I always say we add the drops at impact, so they're really powerful, because on their own they're too much for the skin. Yeah,
and a lot of the times the stuff just doesn't become as efficacious if you leave it on the shelf for too long. So it's really nice to just throw it in last minute like that. And I think that's the first time I've ever heard a skincare line say that.
Yeah, no,
I've never heard anybody say. I do this at home, and I know to do that at home, but a lot of people don't know that. You're the first one I've ever heard say that. Just not to make it too personal, but what would I do about dark spots, for example, or age spots on my face? And number 2, these lines right around here. What do you suggest to ladies that have
definitely need to be using something with a really stabilized vitamin C. And I will send you some, Clarissa. We've got our Radiance Enhanced, which is great for age spots. I love microdermabrasion for age spots. And I always go on about microdermabrasion, and I know it's 25 years old.
Right,
but the reason I love
but
that,
if it works, it works.
It works.
Right.
You know, if you've got a skin concern, it works.
Now, that's something you really can't do at home.
Microdermabrasion.
Yeah.
No, I don't advocate you use it.
No, of course not. I mean, and by the way, how deep does microdermabrasion have to go to really get to the root of the dark spot?
What happens? The pigment gets trapped in the skin.
Okay.
So effectively, regular microdermabrasion, not on the first treatment, but regular exfoliation, say once a week. I'd book you in for a course of 6 treatments. That regular exfoliation will allow that pigment to come up, travel through the skin, and be shed in its normal organized fashion.
Makes sense.
So effectively, what's happening is just
and what about around here? What do we do here?
Around here, again, microdermabrasion, but also our wand is brilliant for plumping. The wand,
really?
You have to get. We will send you what the wand is brilliant for. These little lines here, lifting the jawline, the cheekbone. We should do another interview in about, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 months time, whenever you say. We can do that before and after. Oh, I would love that. That would be so extraordinary. Listen, we're just about ready to close, but I want to ask you a couple of other questions before I find out I tell everybody where we can find you. But what do you think? I mean, you obviously are extremely successful. You're extremely bright. You're gorgeous. You've got everything, going for you. You were also, you were on a television show in the UK on the BBC called Mind Your Own Business. You were a UK Female Entrepreneur of the Year. You won an award there. You were Innovator of the Award, got another award there. Women in Business Awards. I mean, so super loaded. I mean, LODED loaded. I was wondering what you think your proudest entrepreneurial moment. Probably received, I God knows why, but I received an MBE from the Queen. And I remember when I got the letter from the palace, and, they'd invited me to come and get my MBE, and I was thinking, oh, someone's winding me up. I phoned my girls in the office going, who's winding me up? And when I was just getting on a flight at the time. When I got back to the office, I looked at the letter and it had the royal stamp, and I'm thinking, is this serious? Why are they giving me an MBE?
Wow.
And the proudest moment was seeing my poor mum, God love her, she's passed away now, taking my mum. That it was just her face, because I come from a really working class family. Right. Yeah, well, they always instilled in all of the 3 girls, you have to go out and make it for yourself if you want something to happen. So we didn't get riches. We went out there and did it. She's so proud.
That was it. So it was really more seeing how happy and proud your mom was of you. That was what made it so special.
It was. Yeah. Because I was still thinking, what are they giving me this MBE for?
Well, I mean, hello, look at you going on about that. It's so funny how especially I think women, the more successful we get, the more we feel like we're fake or something. I don't understand. And that's a whole nother conversation with a whole nother interview. This self-care is so much, and again, self-care is lovely. I think everybody should be spending as much time in your spas as they possibly can. But I think it's more of it's also, the self-talk care that we really need to pay more attention to. But again, that's another interview for another day. But I think you're extraordinary. So just so just take that and put it in your bonnet or something, whatever you say over there. But it was okay. So I would love to tell everybody where we can find you. Now, are you indeed in the United States? Because I saw something about USA or somewhere along the line, but I wasn't quite clear.
Yes, we launched in the USA in last August. So yeah, we do have an online presence now with Medultus, and which is an online platform to purchase the wand. So if any clients out there want to find out more information about the wand,
right,
go to their website, and it's askderm.com. Sorry.
Say it again. I'm not understanding.
Askderm.com. ASKDERN.com.
Okay, I'll put that. I'll make sure.
We have some videos on the wand, and you'll see. Sorry, I hate to say, you'll see me again showing you how to use it. Because it's good. I want it simple, but you need to know how to use the product.
Right, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so we can get it there. And then if anybody's over on that side of the pond, they can come to.
Yeah, we have about 5,000 centres across the UK and worldwide, but we are launching into the USA with our systems. And we plan to do a launch in Los Angeles, which would be great to get out of this horrible cold winter weather. So I'm really hoping to go ahead in January.
Here's what I have and what I know about the website. It's crystalclear.co.uk. That's one way to go. Or I think if you're here on the United States side, we would be going to askderm.com. Am I correct?
Crystal Clear Skincare. USA.com. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. That was a lovely male voice coming in from
it was, Jane. I'm being told off because I'm really sorry.
Let's get that website again, shall we?
Crystal Clear.
Right.
Skincare.
Yep.
.com. USA.com. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. USA.com. And that's going to be going into the description when I put this into YouTube, so everybody will be able to link straight away. How's that?
Yeah, so it's Crystal Clear Skincare USA.com.
That's what I have. Awesome.
Sorry,
well, I can't tell you how excited I am that you come and joined us, and we've gone on to we're working on our 27th minute, so that's almost a half an hour of time with you. I thank you for carving that time out and spending with me and my audience. We love hearing about things that help us look better as entrepreneurs. And in closing, what's one thing that people don't know about you that you would like them to know?
I've just had a little grandchild.
Oh, congratulations.
Isn't it real?
What?
While we've been on Earth, I've been rocking her in the corner.
Oh, lovely. Oh, what's her name?
Her name's Eva.
Eva. Oh, welcome, Eva. Hello.
My grandson is Alfie. My two children decided to deliver two grandchildren in 1 year.
Hello.
They're very old.
Well, what wonderful holidays you're going to be having in the family.
In my house.
Well, congratulations, Grandma.
Not allowed to say Grandma.
No, not allowed to say that. Well, congratulations, Sharon, on your grandchildren that really are not. No, they are grandchildren. Okay. Love, thanks again for your time. And thank that male voice in the background. Thank him. Thanks again, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.